So if you guys remember when I did this renovation on the front yard several weeks ago, when it first germinated, I had a pretty heavy rainstorm and it washed out some spots back here behind me. And I was trying to think about how to fix those, and I came across a video from another channel called Next Level Lawn Care, and Caleb did a pretty cool thing where he pre-germinated some seed before he put it out. I'll leave a link to that video in his channel up here. Go check him out, subscribe, tell him I said hey. So I took Caleb's method of pre-germinating the seed and tried it myself, and I'll show you from when I first began, how I put it out there, and then get to the results, but they're pretty impressive. So let's just get to it. Alright, so how I'm going to do this is I picked up some of the Scott's Turf Builder lawn soil. This stuff is says it's labeled for growing grass. I'm not a big Scott's fan, but I'll try this. Apparently it already has the Water Smart technology in it. Has a little bit of fertilizer already in it, so I'm going to use this to pre-germinate some seed. But I've heard some bad things about what's in these bags sometimes, a lot of debris, rocks and things, so get this 1/4-inch screen I made a while back. So I'm going to screen this stuff into the Gorilla cart. It'll also help break up the clumps that way, get it all sifted out. Definitely a lot of sticks and stuff in here. Haven't seen any rocks yet. Oh, look at that. Piece of glass in it. That's why I'm screening it. Alright, I got that all sifted out. Clumps. There wasn't too much in here. Some couple little rocks, 1 or 2 pieces of glass. It really wasn't that bad. This way I don't have to sit here and shift and shuffle it and break up all the clumps. So next thing you want to do is, it's not clumpy at all, is you can use this for any grass seed. Is pretty liberally just spread some seed here and start mixing it in. Mix this in really well. It's going to help definitely with the seed to soil contact. Now, don't begin to ask me how much seed to really put in here. I don't know. I'm going to go with gut feeling. Just keep adding more until I think I got enough. I think on Caleb's video, he put about 4 pounds of seed in there to this 1 cubic foot of soil. So this is starting to look pretty good. I'm not seeing too many places where there isn't any. Might need a little bit more. Alright, that looks like there's plenty of seed in there. Let's do the next step. Put some water in it. Alright, so after watching Caleb's video, see how this is kind of still really flaky? You want it not so soaked that you squeeze it and it like drains water, but doesn't break up so easy. So just going to keep slowly adding water till we get to that point. I'm just going to randomly grab somewhere here and see how that's kind of, I think it needs just a little more. It's kind of sticking. I guess if you're doing this with like something that takes longer to germinate, you can always check it every day or a couple of days, make sure this still stays damp. But one of the reasons why I wanted to try this in this cart is, I don't know if you can see over my shoulder, we're still having occasional rainstorms and I don't want any more washout. So at least with this, I can get it in out of the rain. It's not going to get washed away while it germinates, and then a couple of days we're supposed to dry out and get pretty warm, and I can get out there and then stay that way. No rain in the forecast after a couple of days. Oh yeah, that's better. It's not clumping apart so easy. Like I said, I'll check it in a day or two. I think I need to add more, I will. Now all you have to do, take the bag it came, just kind of cover it up, help keep that moisture in there. I'll call that good enough. We'll come back in a couple days and see how it looks. Okay, so it's been exactly 3 days since I mixed the topsoil with the seed and came out to check see how it's doing, and well, let me show you. Alright, so this might be a little difficult for you to see, but I can see where things are germinating. So if I can find a good example here that might show up on camera and get it to focus. Probably not. Anyway, I can see that it's germinating just a little bit. There's one right there. See the green? So it's just starting to a little bit. I think we can go out and start spreading it out. Now that I got this out in the sun, I don't know how well you can see that, but see the roots and the little hairs in here starting to develop, so perfect timing. So if I understand from Caleb's video correctly, you just kind of work this down in here, spread it out, and just kind of, you don't want to mat the existing stuff too much down. Just kind of fill this in, otherwise it'll just smother it. But I don't think you need a whole lot, just enough. Kind of want to pat it down just a little bit. Work this existing grass, stand it back up. Alright, well, that's pretty much it. It's rinse and repeat. I'm gonna finish this up and show you when it's done. Alright, so that's done. There's definitely not a whole lot to that one bag. If you got a bigger project, get 2 bags. I'm telling you. But what I did is I just filled in the worst spots. Didn't worry about the thin areas. Now some of you are gonna ask, why don't I just wait and overseed it in the fall? Think. I had a point to doing this in the spring. Got an issue with Poa trivialis, a lot of Poa annua in the back. That doesn't mean that it's not up front too, it's just nowhere near as bad. So my goal is to have this done, ready for fall, so that I can put a pre-emergent down and avoid this whole problem for the next year or two. We'll see how that pans out. But this didn't turn out too bad. Remember, you need to water this just like you would normal seeding, just a couple days. Until you start to really see it take root and germinate, and then you can scale back. But it didn't turn out too bad at all. We'll see how this goes. But I'll give you a quick look. All right, so down here in the more shady spot, it's always thin through here. You can even see the color difference because of the shade line normally. So nothing grows here very quickly, anyways. But out here where I had a lot of washout, got most of that all filled in. There was a bit more over here, and then there's just some down this way and around underneath this tree. But with that 1 cubic foot bag, I managed to spread it pretty thin. And then I have a few spots here and there out in the middle, like here and over here and over here where I kind of suspect the neighbor's cat is out here using it as a bathroom. And just like dogs, I'm sure it's not good for new grass, another spot. But so as you can see, it worked out pretty well. Now there's still a couple thin spots and a whole lot of crabgrass coming up I've yet to deal with. And it's a little thin out here. Now, mind you, this has been several days. And yesterday we hit a record high of 106 degrees, and today we're supposed to break that record at 110. So this isn't looking too bad. As you can see, it's getting better. So pretty impressed with the results, real happy with it. I think the rest of this will just thicken up and fill in on its own, but it's looking pretty good. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Don't forget to go check out Caleb's video. Pretty informative. It's pretty new to YouTube, so go over there, give him a like, tell him I said hey, and subscribe to him. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me down below. I'll try and answer them. If not, I'll find the answer for you. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. We'll see you in the next one.